Hello everyone! Today's video gonna be a little bit different. After an hour in Dublin traffic and long queue to the car park, we have made it to the largest EV show in Ireland. It's been around 20 years since I was putting cars up on display in the Essen Motor Show in Germany, enjoying beautiful sounds of big engines. So busy here, so much interest. Welcome to NEVO EV Show, the largest EV exhibition in Ireland. Let's start from the Jeep stand. Arousing interest, the largest compass model looks good, but the specs are very average. EV variant front-wheel drive and not very strong. For roughly the same price, you can get Model Y or ID4 GTX with everything better. I guess you buy a Jeep for the brand and to stand out. Personally, I'm not a fan of hybrids, but plug-in variant of this car is 4-wheel drive and have a little more power for 43,000 euros. Makes the most sense. Mild hybrid variant with 130 horsepower should cost 33,000 euros instead. The rear seat's height looks very comfortable for adults and will present good views for kids. LED lights front and back are the nicest design pieces of this SUV. Cool looking 500e and a little less cool looking but larger 600e. Smaller battery variant gonna depreciate like crazy, and twice the capacity 42 kWh version it's only 5 grand more. Basically a no-brainer. New Grande Panda. Kids are gonna talk all day at school about how mom drove them by a car that they have designed in Minecraft or Roblox. The boot is just big enough for a few days groceries. And the star of the show, E208. I always overlooked this very well designed car. Now the GTI variant looks amazing in red. Nice lighting, pity you can't have these red LED badges. Wider wheel arches, beautiful big wheels, enough power for a hot hatch, and over 50 grand sticker price. What a cool Peugeot lion sculpture. They should make a 4-legged robot out of it. This car looks good from every angle. Interior looks very premium for a small hatchback. Well done, Peugeot. Pretty Alpine A390 GTS packs some very impressive specs for a premium price of nearly 80,000 euros. A290S design is just okay. Battery capacity is up there for a small hatchback, but specs are very average for the price. I would prefer E208 GTI instead. The R5 offers more than enough for a city car, half priced from well-spec'd Alpine A290. Renault R4, I think better option than Grande Panda. Bigger boot and battery for a marginally higher price. Big name, Polestar 2, 3 and 4, all of them looking good. Impressive specs, luxury, dual motor and performance variants have some very impressive power figures. Nissan put the best show at this event with live Q&A.
What size space are we talking in here?
So the Leap is a decent boot space. We've got 437 litres of space, and we've also got luggage boards in there, so you can change your configuration to some micros also in the Leap. So there's about 13 different 2-3s throughout the Leap. 75 kilowatt will have a range of between 600 and 620 kilometres on a full charge. And the 52
New Micra and Leaf are the best looking versions of themselves now. Good specs and very competitive prices.
Self-presenting door handles that go flush.
Yeah, so the flush door handles are our first for Nissan as well. The Leap will be the first car.
Not many want to watch ESB's future for the current price per kilowatt hour of charging. People prefer pizza instead. There it is, the BYD stand. I want to check out the Seal and Celion 7 models. Really pretty car. If this would be a hatchback, it would probably outsell Model 3. For everyone wondering what 3.8S means in all-electric BYD, it's the 0 to 100 km/h acceleration time of this performance model with 530 horsepower. Practical and nice looking Celion 7 also packs some serious specs and 4.5 seconds 0 to 100 time in this particular car. This badging is so smart, well done BYD. Black XPENG G6, also nice car, but lack of frunk these days should be equivalent to staff reductions in design department. The new CLA, princess of the show, and you don't need a Christmas tree if you get one of these. Nearly 800 km range and optimistic WLTP cycle.
No, that's not cool. This is cool.
And very quick charging with 800 volts architecture. Refreshed Taycan still turns heads. Beautiful machine and great charging speeds. And the long-awaited Macan Turbo EV. Beautiful, but price is eye-watering for a mid-size SUV. Partially disassembled Model Y Uniper, just so you can see that this one is built different. Super compact air condition and cooling system allowing for massive frunk. And nearly whole back is a one big casting. Quick selfie with Gen 2 Optimus. This one is looking much better. Commercial Model Y, interesting. 45,000 euro for the base rear-wheel drive model. You can combine this with VRT relief, BIK advantage and capital allowances to reduce the effective cost of ownership when the car is used for business. Big savings versus a traditional company car. And here is the Chinese take on commercials. They start from 44,000 euros up to 55 for the largest L3, H3 and 106 kWh battery capacity variant. Very competitive. And some good looking SUV from the brand I've never heard of. Looks like they are targeting the busiest mid-size SUV segment. Personally, I'm waiting for the Xiaomi U7 to be available in Europe. And there is another one. I have to say China has really stepped up their game. Cars are looking good, interior finish looks very good. Only time will tell are they really reliable long term. I'm not too sure about efficiency, but for an average buyer few percent less won't be a deal breaker. If the looks are okay, drives nice, and it's spacious for the right price, the deal is done. Electronics reliability, charging compatibility across European networks, maps adjusted to local regulations and other software issues. We'll see how Chinese brands gonna handle that very soon. Another SUVs, from Leapmotor this time. Average specs, but looks good, and they are loaded with features for the okay price. C10 is even offered with a petrol range extender. Now this is something very interesting from Korean manufacturer. I really like the Stormtrooper black and white combo of the passenger version. Top trim offers good range, but I wish they make a 4-wheel drive, minimum 300 horsepower and 100 kWh battery version with nice wheels. Tons of space for 5 people plus really usable cargo space. One car for family holiday and light work. I really like it. The cargo version offers enough space to be useful in many sectors. This car set the Guinness World Record range recently, drove 693 kilometers on a 71.2 kWh battery. I honestly don't know how they did it. From my experience with a few different EVs, average 15 kilowatts is used to cover 100 km of normal driving. If you drive it for work, that will be around 20 kilowatts per 100 km probably. Still, over 300 kilometers of a real range would be a very good for a square van of this size. I have to test it out someday. Early days of vehicle-to-grid technology. We'll see how this will play out. Reputable Skoda and Volkswagen. Everyone knows these guys. The new Enyaq is spot on. You got this, Skoda. Wow. Why don't you put 500 horsepower in the VRS variant, as you already in the performance insurance bracket with 335 horsepower. ID4 got a slight lift, mostly interior, and it's still proudly holding its ground. This lady knows car is no good around higher curbs. But she liked it anyway. The unique Cupra model looks good from every angle. I didn't know there is a GTX variant in ID3. Interesting. This is basically a Golf GTI for Gen Z generation. Not a slow car, but I would still go for Model 3 instead. And SSE was playing golf between wind and solar farms. Luxury is not my thing, maybe except LSF and LFA, but this new ES looks sharp, and it's an EV now too. I remember very well when first Fronteras appeared on the market. It was something back then. Now, another mid-size SUV. This 54 kWh will just get you from A to B with just 113 horsepower for 25,000 euros and put the rest of the money towards the trip to Frontera Island. Sorry Kia EV6, EV4 and EV3. but people seems to like these. Now I know that Capri is a mid-size SUV now, not a sport coupe, but it looks okay real life and on paper strong competition to ID4. Cadillac is back on the Irish market, interesting. You will hopefully soon be able to go to the Dublin showroom to test these out. This car should be called Gen Z. Looks okay though. The Explorer looks good too. There is a plug-in hybrid Ranger with a tiny battery and a new Unpost car. The most intriguing MG available. What a cool modern Miata. Very powerful fun car with an impressive sticker price. I generally like black Nissan Ariya. I didn't know they built a proper expedition vehicle from it. I have to look into it. I haven't seen BMW and Audi on this show. Strange. It's time to leave this nice event. I have seen and learned a lot. Amazing to see that much variation in EVs these days. Also the interest in them. Way different from 10 years ago with 3 available models and people not really knowing what EVs are. Even owners of some real cars have interest in EVs. If you've made it this far, consider subscribing for more automobile content. Thank you for watching and see you next time.